Hello everyone, my name is Ernesto Ramirez and I'll be walking you through my TV show review app called Top TV. What this app allows its users to do is review any show that's already on the app so they can give their opinions on the show along with a rating out of 5. And if a show that you want to review is not already on the app available to review, you could just add it yourself on the app so you could review it yourself and other users could review it as well. You could also look at other users' profiles so you could see their opinions or thoughts on other shows as well. So to start the walkthrough, I'm going to go to the search bar and type in localhost colon 9393. So we go to the show list, which is the homepage of the app. Now the homepage, the show list, just gives us a list of a bunch of different shows. And you may notice that these quote unquote shows are actually movie titles. And that is because the faker gem I use to generate fake data for my database for the app to work doesn't have the option to have show titles. So we're just going to pretend that these movie titles are shows for the walkthrough. In order to see a show's review, we could click on them, any name that speaks to you or you're interested in viewing. So I'm going to type in Scarface, or click on Scarface rather. And we can see Scarface has two different reviews. One reviewer gave it a 5 out of 5, another reviewer gave it a 1 out of 5. So our first reviewer said, generate scalable convergence, reviewed by Yvonne Ernser. And our second reviewer said, whiteboard scalable e-business. And this review is by Jeffrey. We could add our own review if we logged in, if we already signed up and created an account. Right now we're not logged in, so we cannot add a review to this show. So let's say we wanted to look at a user's profile. We would just click on their username, which is next to the review. So if we click on Jeffrey's username, we could see he reviewed 2 other shows. He gave A Beautiful Mind a 1 out of 5 and Saving Private Ryan a 4 out of 5. We could see his opinions on the individual shows next to the colon and the show title. So for example, opinion on Saving Private Ryan, his thoughts are exploit intuitive mindshare, rated a 4 out of 5. Now we could click on Saving Private Ryan. We could look at this show and see that's only been rated by Jeffrey. If we want to add another rating, again, we have to log in to add a review. So right now, let's just go to the show list and add a show to review because my show that I like to watch is not on here, which is The Office. We're going to submit this form. And we can see The Office has no reviews because we just added it, and we cannot add a review right now because we're not logged in. So if we go back to the show list, we could see it's added all the way to the end under Fargo. Again, if we click on The Office, we could see that there's no reviews because we just added it, and we cannot add a review because we have to log in. So in order to log in, we need an account, which I do not have right now, so we're just going to sign up to create an account. To create an account, we need a username, email, and password. So for my username, I'm just going to type in my first name, which is Ernesto, and then type in 123. That's going to be my username. My email would just be my first name @email.com. And password is just going to be a simple 4-character string. I'm going to submit this form to create my account, and we're going to be redirected to the login page. So we're just going to log in with the account we just created, Ernesto123, which is my username, and then my 4-character password. We're going to log in, and then we're going to be redirected to my personal account, which is Ernesto123. I haven't posted any reviews because I just created this account. If we click on my profile, it's going to redirect us to this exact page because this is my profile. We can log out if we're done, or we could just go back to the show list and browse any more shows. So to add a review to the show I just added, which is The Office, I'm going to go back here. And we can see we have a new option, which is add a review. We could add a review right here, along with a rating. So for my review, I'm going to say, this show was hilarious. And I'm going to rate it a 5 out of 5. Submit this review, and we could see it's under The Office already. It's going to say the show is hilarious, reviewed by my user, which is Ernesto123. And I gave it a rating of a 5 out of 5. I could either edit this review or delete it, which would take it off The Office. If we go back to my profile by clicking my profile or my username that's on the review, it's going to say my opinion on The Office was that this show was hilarious. I rated it a 5 out of 5. Now let's say I want to change this review and say this show was just funny. So this show was funny, and instead of 5 out of 5, we go to 4 out of 5. And update the review. Now it's going to update The Office review, which is on the show. The show is funny, reviewed by my username, Ernesto123. Rating a 4 out of 5. If I go back to my profile, it's going to update it over here as well. Now let's say I want to delete this review because for whatever reason, I just don't want this review on my profile anymore. I'm going to delete the review. It's not going to be here anymore. Ernesto123 has not posted any reviews because I deleted my one and only review. Go back to the show list. Go back to The Office. No more reviews on The Office. Now, since I'm still logged in, I could add a review to any other show I want. So if I randomly click on a show like Rocky, it's going to give me the same option to add a review. And it's going to be like that for any other show as well. Now let's say I'm done for the night. I want to go to bed. I press log out button. It's going to log me out. So I'm not in my account anymore. I'm not in Ernesto123. So if I go back to The Office, I will not have this option to add a review. This has been a walkthrough of my app called Top TV. Thank you for listening.